Good day, this 90th day, meaningful moments, 365 days. Scrambled. That's what today brought. I opened my eyes this morning, and in that first waking moment, we have these different impressions if we're just a little bit still with our waking. And I'm the kind of person who likes to get up and go in the morning. But sometimes we wake up and we're tired. Sometimes we wake up and we haven't had a good sleep because maybe we've been dreaming, or there's parts of the dream we feel like we're still in the dream but out here. I can't attribute what happened this morning to any one thing in particular. And sometimes we wake up and we feel grumpy, but none of that was the case this morning. This case this morning was that it was scrambled. There was something that inside of me, like in my head and in my body, felt a little scrambled, like a little in disarray. And it was absolutely a feeling that I didn't really like. It was like, wow, I want to be more focused or have clarity. And, I like waking up feeling like I have that clean slate, but it was a little bit just jumbled around. So it was definitely like a feeling of like, oh, I don't know, because like I said, it's like, I don't like it. And then I remembered a couple of my tools. And as much as I wanted to get going into the day and get into the things that I needed to do, I knew that it was even more important to take time and to use my tools. So the meaningful moment came, that moment when I felt and sensed that my thinking felt a little scrambled. My cat in the background, you may have heard him meowing. He's kind of had an unusual morning too. So energetically, whatever it is that, we are around, it could be in our home, it could be in the world, it could be, just in our own internal pieces of what's going on. But, if we're sensitive to it, we pick up on these different things. And so I pulled out my tools, and my first tool was bringing my hands together at my heart, and my breath is number two. This connection with my fingertips, where our nerve endings are so there's so many of them here in our tips, and we bring them together and we can feel that energy flowing, was a really important piece. The deep breath was very grounding for me, and that's the way breath works for us. And then sitting in the sunlight, I was so thankful. Like literally when the sun peeked through, I thought, aha, there it is. And I can use the sun because it always warms me. And there's something about the light and all around me and the warmth that allows me to become more centered and be ready for the flowing of this day. The other piece that came to me was, while I was sitting still and in the sunlight, I also became aware of that deeper breath and where it felt constricted in my body. And these are just little things that meaningful moment of feeling scrambled brought me. And it could have gone a lot of different ways, but this is one of the ways that it helped me to be grounded and to remember my tools. And we all have them. These are simple things that we can do. But it also helped me to clear my thought and to allow the part that's integrating to happen. I love to learn. And sometimes I take on a lot of learning all at once, or maybe it is that it comes that way, but all of a sudden, there's this integration, and that feels like it's part of that scrambled piece. And so I'm learning to just pause, take that in, and allow for that to happen with the greatest of care for myself. So sharing with you this meaningful moment of feeling scrambled, and that moment that we realize that, like, you know, we're used to doing things a certain way, and then we find ourselves like interrupted because we went this way and that way, and we just, you know, maybe have too many things going on and we can't quite focus on one, or we're trying to attend to all of them. And that thing that, you know, seemed to be such a cool thing about multitasking and how much we could take on, maybe that's not what it's all about. Maybe there's these other capacities that our brain is developing, and that as we develop into them, we just have to give them a little bit more attention here and there. We just have so many different capacities. So whatever it is that you're waking up to today, in whatever mood, in whatever processes that you're undergoing, may it all come into that centered place. And if you're feeling that scrambled peace, to remember your tools. That's such a benefit when we get those opportunities, just to remember. So today, dear friends, namaste.